we have a question, not question, some thoughts from one of our members. So we would like to discuss that, and after that, if any of you have any question, you can ask. So the thought that he had shared with us was this, uh, that though I am doing the sadhana, I am meditating, I am doing the chanting, and I'm well aware about the tricks that the mind, and the ego plays with me. Still, at some time, I become the victim of those tricks. That is, the mind and my ego. They always, they succeed in distracting me. So, this was a uh, not a question. It was like some thoughts that he wanted to share. So I have to say something about it. In spiritual world, till you have attained the state of sthita pragya, that is, uh, what? So uh, in spiritual world, till you have attained the state of sthita pragya, that is, when your mind or uh, your wisdom will be completely, you will be completely established into knowledge or wisdom. Till that time, you need to continuously try for perfection, try for perfection, uh, continuously engage into sadhana. So, what can we do as far as this sadhana for Advaita Vedanta is concerned? How can we get rid of the mind? How can we get rid of the ego? So there is a prescribed way by Shankaracharya, which is called sadhan chatushtaya. That is nitya nitya vastu vivek, then iham atra fal bhog virag, then samadhi shat sampatti, and the last one is mumukshutva. So before going into that aspect, I'd like to say that the only way to get rid of mind and the tricks of mind is to uh, practice dispassion, is to practice unattachment. Unattachment from the thoughts. The more you are separate from the thoughts, the more you become wise, because the thoughts cannot make any impact on you. Any distraction that you see is because we get distracted by the thoughts, we get tempted by the thoughts, we get attracted or attached to the thoughts. Like, uh, in our last session, we were discussing that the consciousness which gets associated with the mind, the consciousness which gets associated with the intellect, and the consciousness which gets associated with the ego is called jivatma, or the individual self. Now let us go one step ahead. Actually, the consciousness does not get associated with the mind or intellect or the ego. What happens is there is a imposition, superimposition. It feels like it's, like, there's a delusion. There's a delusion that, I am getting attached, I am getting associated with the mind, or the consciousness is getting attached to the intellect or the ego. It's a delusion. How? Vedanta says it is like the snake in the rope. There is a rope and I see it as a snake. When I see it as a snake, then also it's a rope. It has never become a snake. In the same way, the consciousness has never associated itself with the mind. The consciousness has never associated itself with intellect or ego. There is no, there is no mixing happening. Never the consciousness has come in contact with matter. The consciousness is always consciousness, is a pure consciousness. It has never come in contact of, of any way with the matter. Matter means mind or intellect or ego. These are all matter, or the body. Okay? So I am this consciousness. I am this consciousness. I have never, you know, touched, I have never touched mind, I have never touched intellect, or I have never touched ego or the body. I am always pure. I have never come in contact with them. There is a delusion, and that is because of ignorance. Because I have not known myself. Because why I have not known myself, because I think that I have not known. There is again this, one notion. I always know myself. I am always myself. I am always the self, and the self is always me. The consciousness also is me. I am that consciousness, and the consciousness is also me. Both are the same. But there is a notion, a wrong notion, that I am attached to or associated to with the mind or the intellect or the ego. But I have never been attached to anything. I'm always free, liberated. So this wrong notion comes from ignorance. Now what I have to do is, I have to I have to create distance with the mind. If I need to go get rid of these mental tricks, if I have to go get rid of these distractions which are caused by mind. So how? I have to create a distance. How to create a distance with the mind? I have to observe. I have to start observing the thoughts, each and every thought. Now for the whole day it cannot happen. I cannot keep focus on that I can always keep, I can always observe the thoughts. What I have to do is, I have to choose a time. I have to choose a time, and at that time I have to start observing my thoughts, and never get associated with the thoughts, whatever the thoughts might be. Because the moment I start observing my thoughts, the thoughts comes, very intense. The intensity of the thoughts, they increases. The urgency of the thoughts, the potency of the thoughts, they increases. They come to me as if, I need to be associated with them now, or something is going to happen. So knowing this for maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I have to give myself a time where I will just observe the thoughts from a distance, and as I do this, as I start observing my thoughts, then I will notice few things which I did not know. I will see that the thoughts that I have been seeing now were all continuous, one after the other. But when I observe my thought, I see that the thoughts are not continuous. They are like quanta, they're quantized. There is one thought comes, it takes shape, it wants to attract me towards itself. But when it cannot attract the consciousness towards itself, the thought subsides. Then, for some time, there is a pause. There is no thought, there is a pause. And in that pause, I feel peace, I feel stability, I feel calmness, I feel peace. So, this peace is again broken by another thought. When I'm feeling this peace is broken by another thought. But this thought is a little bit subtler than the earlier one, because uh, I have not associated myself with the thought. I have not touched that thought. Then the next thought is a little bit subtle. So the same thing happens. This thought comes, it grows into a shape, and it tries to attract me. Then also I have to be very, very careful not to get attracted and just to remain as an observer. When remain as an observer, the thought, after it had made all its attempt to attract me and it could not attract me, then slowly it again subsides. When the thought subsides, then the pause that I have seen earlier, this pause deepens. It becomes more intense. It becomes more profound. So after when this pause becomes profound, then the energy which comes out of that, the peace or the joy or this calmness which comes out that pause is also a little bit more strong. So then, when I'm feeling this peace, when I'm feeling this peace, then also I have to remain as an observer. I have to remain as an observer. When I'm feeling this peace is again broken by another thought. So, this thought again is the same process. It tries to attract me, it takes a shape, it tries to attract me, but when it could not, it goes. So, for 20 minutes, I have to do like this. The moment I start to feel the peace within the thought, when I start to feel this peace, then I will see that the whole day I will have the peace within me. Though I am, though I am in the world, I'm completely, I'm completely active in the world, in the external world, but I have this cushion of peace within me, which will help me again to come back and do the same process. Maybe when I come back, when I return home in the night, I can sit for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, again do it. So keep doing this, as I keep doing this, slowly, slowly I see these thoughts which appeared to me very strong in the beginning, which appeared to me very strong, very powerful. The power that they have, the strength that they have is my strength. When I get attracted to them, when I'm attached to them, then they take my strength. They take my strength because I am conscious. I am that conscious being. I have that strength, that inherent strength within me. So when I get attracted to when I get attached to the thought, you know, the strength that I have is automatically transferred to the thought. And with that strength, it makes me weak. It makes me follow the thought. The thought does whatever it likes with me. So, as I keep doing it, I start to realize my strength, my inherent strength. I start to realize my inherent nature of calmness, of stillness, of stableness. The more I become aware about my own strength, my own consciousness, my own, own stability, own calmness, the thoughts I see they recede. They become less and less and less. At one point, you know, just by observing, I will see there will be no thought. There will be no thought means I have created such a distance with the thoughts that even if they are there, they do not distract me anymore. And one at one point I will see I am always just swimming in the ocean of consciousness. I'm swimming in the I'm just floating in the ocean of on the ocean of bliss, on the ocean of peace. So this is the way how we can get rid of the tricks of the mind, because the mind will always try to distract me, because the mind knows that if I become spiritual, if I become, if I become self, if I am, if I'm wise, if I have self knowledge, then the mind will not have its existence, because the mind actually does not have any existence. This is what you are going to know when you realize the self, that there is no existence of mind, there is no existence of intellect, there is no existence of ego. The only thing that is this infinite consciousness, Satchidananda, knowledge, truth, and bliss. This is the only thing that is there. There is no other thing. So the mind will never let you know this. It will always try to keep you busy with the mind. And you have to recognize it. You have to know this. You have to know this. This is what it will do. You have to be prepared for this. And most of the time it is going to attack you when you are not aware of it. When you are in some, when you are focused somewhere else, then it's going to attack you. So one part of the mind, one part of yourself should always be ready to face those attacks. That I know that sometimes at some point the mind is going to attack me. So you should always, put one part of your mind as, you know as a guard, so that whenever there is, any attack, then you can face them. So this is how you can get rid of the mind. The next one is ego. Ego is something which is, you can get rid of the mind, but it is very difficult to get rid of ego. And that is why you need to practice surrender. Surrendering. In our last, I don't know, in our last session, we have discussed about karma yoga. This karma yoga is a very, very effective tool to get rid of ego. Now, what is ego? Ego means this notion that I am the doer. You can get rid of everything, but you cannot get rid of this particular notion of doership. I'm the doer, I'm the listener, I'm the observer, I'm the singer, I'm the orator. I, this I am. But this I am is not the real I. But this I will always maintain its identity. It doesn't go, I am. Everywhere it will try to impose itself, I am. And it's very difficult. It doesn't go at all. So what is should be done? We all work. We all perform actions. Every action has a result. So whenever we perform any action, we always think about the results. What is the result? What is the outcome of the action? What is the result? What is the outcome? What is the outcome that I'm going to receive? So every time we think about this. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to stop thinking about the outcome of the result, and we have to completely focus everything on the actions that we are performing. Once you perform an action, then you forget about it. When the action is done, forget about it. When the next action comes, when the next action comes, do it again with full focus, with full concentration, and then again forget about it. In this way, as you keep doing this, trying to not get attached to the results of the action, you will see that you are not only uh, unattached from the results of the action. With these two more things have happened, you are unattached from the actions also. Now, whenever you perform any action, you know that you are performing an action. You are completely, attached to those actions. You are completely involved there. But then you will see that the actions are happening through your body, but you are not involved. You will see complete detachment with the actions. And when you discover this, that everything that I'm doing, I'm talking, but I'm not talking. I'm writing, but I'm not writing. I'm eating, but I'm not eating. I'm working, but I'm not working. I'm walking, but I'm not walking. All these actions are happening on its own, but I'm not involved at all. When you come to this fact, when you discover this fact, then you discover that I am not the doer. So when you discover this, I am not the doer, that is when you have again, created a distance with the ego. You become the non doer. And when you become the non doer, then only you have the complete realization of the self. Without being the non doer, you cannot realize, because this doership is the basic block. It is the primary, it is the primary obstacle. Why I do not know that I am the self? I'm the self. I'm consciousness. I'm omniscient. I'm omnipotent. I'm omnipresent. Yes, it's me. I'm omniscient. I'm omnipotent. And I'm omnipresent. But why do I not know myself as this? Because of ego, because of this I, small I. It keeps me confined within the boundaries of this small I, and I cannot realize my infinite natures. So, to know my infinite nature, I need to get rid of this small I. This is not me. This is not me. But it's very difficult. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. So, what you need to do is you need to practice karma yoga. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. I will, the only authority that I have is this, that I can perform my actions. I can perform actions. But I should not think about the results of those actions. I should not get attached to the results of these actions. I should only, I should only do what is present and forget. So this is karma yoga. You have to practice it. The more you practice it, the more you see that you have gone beyond this ego. You've gone beyond it. And actually, karma yoga is the actual surrender. This is surrender. The more you can disassociate yourself with the results of this action, you disassociate yourself with the actions as well as the actor. And this is, and at one time you see that, let them go. Those are not me. While performing actions, you can feel that I am that, you know, non vibrating. I don't have any vibration at all. I'm still, I'm still. Nitta Sarvagata Sthanur Achaloyam Sanatana. In the Bhagavad Gita, it talks about my nature. What is my nature? Nitya. I'm the truth. I'm always there. I'm always there in time. I'm timeless. I'm not this body. This body is born, this body is going to die, but I am timeless. Nitya. I'm the eternal. Sarvagata. I'm everywhere. I'm not only in this body, I'm everywhere. At the end of the universe, there also I am there. Sthanur, I do not have any vibration. I'm still. I do not have any vibration. I'm still. I'm situated. I am the substratum. I am the one who is holding everything. I'm situated. I am the only one who is situated. Achalo, yam. I don't move. Where will I move? I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. Where will I move? I don't have any place to move. I can move in that place where I am not. I am everywhere. Where will I move? Achalo, yam. Sanatana. I don't have any change. I'm changed. I'm unchangeable. I don't change. The prakriti changes. The mind changes. The body changes. Intellect changes. Ego changes. I don't change. I'm changeless. I don't mutate. I'm immutable. So this is what you are going to realize. You're going to realize Nitya Sarvagata Sthanur Achalo Yam Sanatana. So there is a very very beautiful uh, formula that has been given in Ashtavakra Gita. What is the formula? When I see this body, I think that this body is mine. This is my body or this is me. This is what we think. We impose ourselves into this body. This body is mine. I am this body. In Ashtavakra Gita, they've given a very simple formula. What is it? It says that within seconds you can reach that state of super consciousness. यदि देहम पृथक कृत्वा चिति विश्राम्य तिष्ठसि. If you can, if you can separate yourself from this notion that I am this body, this notion that I am this body is actually the body. You don't have any body. You are beyond body. But I have a body. What is that body? It's not this physical body. Your notion that I am the body is the body. That is you. That is your body. Now, how to get rid of that body? I have to get rid of this notion that I am this body. The moment, I can believe this, I can behold this idea. If I can behold this idea that I am not this body at all, I have to behold it. When I listen, but I cannot hold it. Now here it says you should hold it. Ashtavakra. Ashtavakra is the guru. He's telling Janak, behold this idea that you are the deathless, birthless, eternal, pure consciousness. We also listen to this, that I am the deathless, I am the birthless, I am the eternal, I am the pure, I am consciousness, but we cannot hold it. But when Ashtavakra told this to Janak, the moment he said this, he held it completely. So you need to hold it completely. Yadi deham prithak kritva chiti vishramya tishtasi. If you can behold this idea that I am not this body, I am the self. Adunaiva hi sukhi shantir muktir bhavati evasa. Now at this point, you will not take, 2 months or 5 years. Not now at this point, you will be completely blissful and you will be free from all bondages. Now, how? I have to, I have to just, let go of this idea that I am this body. Now, what is body? Body is not this body. Body means mind, intellect, ego, all is body. I'm not this at all. If you can behold this idea, that moment you are there, you are that. So, you know, we are going to the next step with sadhana, with japa, with meditation. Now we need to behold this idea. Dharana, dhyana, samadhi. These 8 limbs of yoga. What it says that yama, niyama, then asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. The last 3 steps. What are the last 3 steps? The first is dharana, that is to behold this idea. The first five steps were to bring the disciple to this point where he can behold this idea. Now it is time for you to behold this idea. Why you have been meditating? Why you have been doing this japa to behold it, to take it, to fulfill yourself with this idea. Dharana, dhyan. Dhyan means when your focus will be on that idea. When your only focus. The idea was given to us by the Guru. You are the self. You are the consciousness. Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the self. I am that consciousness. This is the idea. This is the knowledge. Now I behold this idea. Yes, I am the self. I am the self. When you behold this idea, that is called dharana. Then, when you completely focus on that self, your focus is completely on that knowledge that you have received. That is called dhyana. If your complete focus is on that, then you attain the state of samadhi. Samadhi means where you go beyond meditation, dhyana. Where you become that. Where you become that what you have been meditating, upon which you have been meditating. I am meditating on the self. I am meditating on the self. I am there and the self is there, and I'm trying to connect with that. I'm trying to connect with that means I'm on the process of becoming the self. Meditation means I am in the process of becoming the self. That is called meditation. When the process is complete, I am the self. This is samadhi. So complete meditation. Complete meditation is samadhi. When you complete your meditation, now your meditation is not complete. There is gaps of doubts, gaps of fear. Just leave them, throw them away. What fear? I will become myself. What fear? Why fear? What what confusion? What doubt? These are all mind, silly mind. Why confusion? Why I have confusion? I don't know. I have confusion. Why? Why do you have confusion? I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about God, some God, somebody who is sitting in the heaven. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about myself. I have to know myself. So why do I have fear? Why do I have doubt? Why confusion? Why weakness? Shed them away. Leave them. Completely focus on that and complete your meditation. Now the meditation is not complete. Buddha is sat under the tree with a resolution that before attaining self knowledge, I will not wake up, I will not get up. When you sit for meditation, always sit in meditation with this, that before being enlightened, I will not wake up. One day you will become that. Have that, fire within you. Fire. If the mind scares you, you scare away the mind. Burn the mind with the fire that you have within you. Burn your mind. Swami Vivekananda used to say that I will burn this Maya. I will burn this Maya. How to burn this Maya? With this fire that I have. I'm the self. I'm the self. In the Upanishad, it says that, the sun, the moon, the stars, planets, the universe is your servant. They serve you. You are brighter than the sun. You are brighter than the moon. You are bigger than this universe. They serve you. They are your servants. So know thyself. Know yourself. Okay.